The callings of God come with both joy and humility, but a heaviness and a burden. These latter years of my life, I felt a deep calling of God and an assurance and affirmation through the years to minister and serve and care for the least of these in Southeast Asia. We're so glad for all of our friends and partners that are enabling us and helping us to do this. In the last 15 months, God clearly, in a number of situations, directed myself and our team to clearly understand God is calling us now into the nation of Cambodia. We've known for decades now that Cambodia, because of the genocide that took place in the late 70s, where one in every 4 citizens was killed and murdered, and then the Revolutionary Wars in the 1980s and the 1990s, and then the problems that are continuing to occur economically in the 2000s have caused a difficulty, an unusual difficulty for the most vulnerable ones there, and that is the children. Children are being abandoned. Children are being sexually abused. Children are being exploited in many different ways and uncared for. Parents have abandoned children to go to Thailand to find work. There are children we're finding that haven't seen a parent for 8 to 10 years. We're grateful for the Tebow Village that we're building now in partnership with the Tim Tebow Foundation to rescue those that have been trafficked and sexually exploited. But we're also finding with the 52 churches that there are pastors already that have 3 kids and 5 kids and 10 children that they're taking off the streets that we would call, if they're not pure orphans, practical orphans, because they've been utterly abandoned and impoverished and often with no education. And so we're asking you as our friends and partners, help us to help these children in these different villages and locations where there's a pastor and a shepherd that's called of God to minister to the children. We presently have 30. We think that number could grow easily over the next few months to 80. We're asking God to give us $50 per child per month. That would be $4,000 a month. And in 10 months, trying to raise at least 10 months here in the beginning, and that would be $40,000. Would you prayerfully consider helping us with a one-time gift toward this $40,000? And then some may consider, oh, I want to start giving monthly and regularly to the help of these precious rescued children. Finally, just briefly, if you've been watching the news, war has broken out on the border between Cambodia and Thailand. And this war now, they're evacuating families near 2 of our locations, one in Cambodia and one in Thailand on both sides of the border. We are setting up an opportunity to minister to these ones that are escaping the war zone and are evacuees. So we're asking you also, as you're giving, to consider, we'd love to send over, and are sending over by faith, some funds to our gospel centers. These villages of hopes and homes of hope for us are not just for the rescued ones, but they're also a gospel center. And we think it's a great opportunity to show the love of God to these families that are abandoning the border, some going into the woods, some into one of our locations. We've created a place, a safe place for them to sleep at night and be present. Help us with these 2 great needs. These 80 children that need to be rescued, and these families that are escaping the war zone and going into refugee camps. Please prayerfully consider a one-time gift. And then as you're praying about that, some maybe, perhaps, would like to begin to give monthly toward this need in Cambodia. The calling is upon us, and now I'm calling you, join us as you have been many times in the past. Let's go make a difference. Let's go change what God is doing in eternity in this region of the world, in the lives of these least of these.